Hey guys, thank you for joining. Looking ahead to our game against Philadelphia Union today. The game's on the weekend. We're looking ahead to it today. And following Philadelphia Union and Orlando City's last few fixtures, Orlando City, we had the better hand. We had the upper hand against Philadelphia Union. The last two games last season, we won both of those games. Um, at home, we won 2-1. Away from home at Philadelphia, we won 3-2. And in both of those games, and this is just common across how we play our game, we play attacking soccer, we play on the front foot, and I expect more of the same going into this weekend. In terms of standings, last season we finished fourth in the Eastern Conference. Philadelphia Union finished 12th. But that I think can be misleading because even though Philadelphia Union finished in the bottom four teams, they had a similar goal difference as us, Orlando City. We had a goal difference about 10 ish, 8 or 10, something like that. And I can just look it up here. And Philadelphia Union, they had a goal difference of, there you go. We had a goal difference of 9, and Philadelphia Union had a goal difference of 7. So even though they finished in the top four, they finished in the bottom four, we finished in top four, our goal difference is very similar. Um, when we look at the home and away forms, we won 7 games at home last season. Philadelphia Union drew 7 games away from home. We won 7 at home, they drew 7 away from home. So it's not going to be an easy game, even though looking at the standings, we are in the top four. We were in the top four, they were in the bottom four. It doesn't mean it's going to be an easy, guaranteed win for us. I think it's going to be a close game. I think very similar to last season. It's going to be a high intensity game. It's going to be attacking. It's going to be a very tight scoreline. Looking at our preseason form, Orlando City drew quite a few games in the preseason. Philadelphia Union, they won their last game 1-0 with a clean sheet. A clean sheet, 1-0 solid win is always a good confidence building result, in my opinion. And Orlando City, we had a really exciting game against Inter Miami. We held our own. We did not dominate possession. But still, we went toe to toe against the best team in the Eastern Conference last season. And we nearly came away with a win. So I was really impressed with our attitude, with our fight and desire to win the game. I think we did really well. It was a really exciting game to watch. Where I feel concerned is in our defense. We had trouble picking up Inter Miami's movements, and we had trouble stopping their creativity, but that's to be expected. They have some of the best creative players, but despite they obviously have Messi and Suarez, but despite that, um, I think we have some pretty good creative players of our own. We brought in a guy called Marco Pasalic. I think he's one to watch because I watched him closely in that game. He's quick. He likes to run. He likes to run behind. Um, I've noticed is Orlando City, we like to play with our wingers inverted, at least in the last few games. So expect runs expect a narrow shape and runs in behind from our inverted wingers and expect width from our two wing backs or full backs. So that's kind of what I expect to see. That's what we saw in the Inter Miami game, and I expect to see something similar here against Philadelphia Union as well. So that's going to be interesting and exciting to see. As far as the expected lineups, I expect us to line up very similar, if not exactly the same, as we did against Inter Miami. So this is my predicted lineup. I'm expecting Enrique up front, Angulo on the left, Pasalic on the right, Ojeda behind Enrique. I expect a 4-2-3-1 shape with those four being our front four, and then Atuesta Araujo behind them. And then on the wing backs, I expect Santos. I'm not sure about between Dorhalson and Freeman. I think Dorhalson did well, I also like Freeman. I think it's going to be Freeman starting. So Santos and Freeman as our wing backs, and Jansen and Schlegel and Galese behind in goal. So I think that's our expected lineup. We see how Philadelphia Union lines up, but in any case, I don't think their lineup makes much of a difference to us. I think we play the way that we play, and I think our style of play is just attacking on the front foot, high intensity runs, high intensity pressure and tackling. We are playing Philadelphia, so we might against Inter Miami, we played in a mid block. So against Philadelphia, we might push up a bit higher. Um, but I think our style of play is going to be very similar. It's going to be just high intensity, just go go go, just hit them as hard as we can, as often as we can. So I don't expect us to have a patient build up play. I don't expect 60% possession like Inter Miami had against us. We might have that anyway. We might have 55% possession anyway, simply because I think we have better players. I think we have, even though we have a high intensity game, I think our players are still very technical, so we can hold on to the ball. And we saw that in moments against Inter Miami when we held on to the ball and our shape going into attack, we had a front five. So we can do that. And I think we have better players than Philadelphia. So I think we might just dominate possession just by nature. So there you go, a really quick look at the next game, including a really quick recap of our game against Inter Miami. Excited to see how the game goes. If you're at the game, if you're going to the game, let me know in the comments. Let me know how your experience was. Let me know if you got to meet any players, anything like that. And ending this video with a quick predicted scoreline, just looking at our last three outings against Philadelphia. We won 2-1, we won 3-2, we drew 2-2. We've scored at least two goals in the last three games against them. And I think I expect more of the same. We don't have Facundo Torres this time, and we're missing Cartagena, I think, for the season. I think he's injured for the season. I need to look into that. But I know he's injured. Cartagena is injured. We don't have Facundo Torres. Did we also let go of Lodiero? So we might be missing some depth there. So predicted scoreline, I think we'll score at least two goals. I think we are also at risk of conceding two goals, but we are at home. So I'm going with a 2-1 predicted scoreline against Philadelphia Eagles. I keep calling it Philadelphia Eagles. Against Philadelphia Union this weekend. So we'll see how it goes. And after the game, we'll do a quick review of the game and see how we did. But really excited going into this weekend. This is a new channel. So if you're watching this, please hit subscribe. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts. And we'll keep this going. All right, thank you so much.